University, the National Catholic University here, established by the bishops in 1887, the only church that has that distinction. We're waiting for the Pope to come here right now. There's going to be a big mass for the canonization of Junipero Serra. This is going to be a very special deal for Catholics, and it will be very special for Latin Americans also. And we're going to be, I'm listening right now to what they're saying behind us. They're actually talking through where the Pope is, and there's a big screen showing scenes of his trip and his actual movements here. So while we're waiting for the Pope, let's talk about the controversy that also surrounds this, because it's not just about celebrating the Pope, it's about following this from the perspective of what matters and why, both positive and negative. Let's bring in Professor Deborah Miranda. She's the author of Bad Indians, a tribal memoir, which is about her family's experience in the missions that were created in part, at least 9 of them, by Junipero Serra. That was his claim to fame, so to speak, within the Catholic Church, that he helped establish it through missionaries' work in California. So, Deborah, it's clear your efforts aren't stopping this process. What does that mean to you right now? And please make the case for why you don't believe that Junipero Serra should be made a saint.
Junipero Serra was an extremely influential man in California. He did found 9 of the 21 missions. My objection, and the objection of many California Indians, is that he is being honored for, in fact, dishonoring many of our California ancestors. The missions ended up killing about 90% of the California Indians present at the time of missionization, creating all kinds of cultural and emotional baggage that we still carry to this day. It's not a question of attacking the Catholic Church or attacking Pope Francis. It's about making sure that the truth is heard and that injustices are not continued on into the 21st century.
Now, you've obviously made this case before, 50 different tribes. There was a coalescence of this in the name of this cause. What was the response from the Vatican? And please, Professor, give it to me quickly, because I don't want to get you cut off by the Pope showing up here.
0. We have gotten 0 response from the Vatican. Not a word. We do not exist, it seems, in Pope Francis's world.
What do you think the justification is on their side? Why do you think he would have been beatified? Obviously, they must be as aware of history as you. How do they see it that you believe led them to a different conclusion?
They're interested in his record and in how many people he managed to convert, and in the fact that he, at this point in time, is a famous Spanish person when the church really needs some positive PR. So they are purposely overlooking the deaths and the cultural genocide of Native American people because it's to their benefit.
And indeed, the church has, in fact, apologized for things that happened during the colonization or missionary process as well. So it's not as if there's no attention to given to the negative aspect of that dynamic. Professor Deborah Miranda, thank you for laying out the case for us as to why you believe that this is controversial today. We'll continue the discussion online if you want. You can get me on Twitter at Chris Cuomo, and we'll keep this conversation going for people who want that. Thank you very much for joining us right now. We're going to take a quick break in our special coverage, because